Hey YouTube, I'm doing this video for the project for Awesome, and I will be talking about why I feel that suicide prevention is important. It was March 15th, 2011. I was enjoying a well-earned day off until 4:15 p.m. when my phone rang. My dad was calling me to deliver a blow that I still haven't fully recovered from, and I doubt I ever will. You hadn't shown up for school. The police had gotten a call from a passerby who noticed a bike in a remote place of a forest. He alerted the police because he believed that somebody might have had an accident. The police came and investigated and found out that it was you. They alerted your parents and mine. I almost dropped the phone at this point. All I could say was, "Oh my God." Later that day, as soon as I could, I took the train home to be with my family. But what do you say to someone whose son has just taken his own life? If it would have been someone else, someone not related to me, I might have had the right words. All I could say to your father, my uncle, was, "I have no words for this," upon which he hugged me and said, "There are no words for this," and started crying. It felt like he was breaking in my arms. A bit later, I don't know who, but someone gave me a plate of fries and some ketchup because I hadn't had dinner yet. I managed to eat some, but I don't recall the taste of them. An hour or so later, a policeman came by to inform us that your body had been released. The cause of that was clear. You had died by hanging yourself. We could go to the funeral home and see you. In the funeral home, they had dressed you in a hospital gown. You looked so small in it. The bruises on your neck were awful, and your lovely blonde curls were cropped closely now. Something you did yourself a few days before. I never felt so helpless in my life. I wanted to save you. I could not believe that you were really gone. Comforting my family was something I could not manage because my own pain was so great. Seeing my only other male cousin crying broke something inside of me. It made me feel so small and so helpless. The next few days passed in a haze. Somehow I managed to get to work, and before I knew it, it was Friday, time for your wake. It was bad. The church was so full. I never heard much of what the priest said. What a blessing fate must be in such times. The only thing that got through to me was the music. You and I had always shared our love for Linkin Park. Since I first heard In the End by Linkin Park, I always said that that was the song they should play at my funeral. Instead, they played it at your wake. They also played Leave Out All the Rest. After that, we went back to the funeral home. So many people came to pay you their last respects. You were dressed in your favorite outfit, and the bruises on your neck were cleverly hidden beneath your Boy Scout scarf. The only thing that got me through this was my family and holding on to them. The only thing that I could do was hug them and try to hold them, but it felt like I wasn't doing anything at all. We went back to my sister's place and tried to get some sleep. I don't think that any of us actually got much sleep. I managed to maybe get an hour or so because I kept waking up by nightmares. Saturday morning came very fast. We all tried to eat some breakfast and got ready for your funeral. The church was packed. There were even people standing outside. The only thing that I remember from the funeral is the music. In the end, and leave out all the rest by Linkin Park again. And having to remind myself to keep breathing because the pain was so great. One way or the other, I survived the funeral. I just hope that I never had to go through this again. As it turns out, I was wrong. Because 5 months later, a coworker called me to inform me that a colleague and friend of mine had also committed suicide. It devastated me. Losing not one but 2 people so near and dear to me to suicide, which nobody ever saw coming, hurts. Being the one that is left behind with all the questions and all the pain is hard. It is so hard when you're unable to help the people that you love. It is so hard to just sit there in a church and see all those people there, all those people who would have been there and who would have gladly helped someone if they had only felt that they could ask for help. This is why I feel that suicide prevention is so important. I don't want to see anyone else going through what I had to go through. So please, if you can, support your local suicide prevention charity. Thank you. From all of those that have ever struggled with suicide ideation, suicidal thoughts, or have been left behind after someone in their close family or friend group committed suicide.